Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us here in the charts. You tuned into the Crypto Flight Edition as your fellow passenger stopping in just with some technical details on TEZOX. This is a request that we're going over. We're not invested, but I think we found something pretty interesting for the long-term investors and those of you who are thinking of investing in TEZOX. So let's go ahead and see what we have. Loyal subscribers, welcome back. If you're new here, consider hitting the subscribe button if any of this comes to fruition or you find any valuable information in the content. Let's go ahead and dive right into the charts here, shall we? All right, so today's March the 14th, 2021, and the current cryptocurrency value is going to be $4.02. It's down approximately 3.4% for the day. Again, if we haven't gone over it, this is a cryptocurrency ticker symbol XTZ USD pairing. This is USDT. Binance was what we're looking at, guys. TradingView.com. All right, this is pretty interesting what I think I found here. So let's see what we have. These are the weekly candles, and here it is. That's it. Pretty simple. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are looking at is two reference points is what we're looking at. It appears that this is a pretty new cryptocurrency. It came out back in September the 23rd, 2019. And that's as far out as I can see here on TradingView.com. Came out at about 91 cents approximately, not exact, okay? And ever since then, this is actually interesting. It's in a very beautiful, undeniable uptrend. It's been walking up the stairs, making higher highs and higher lows ever since the inception, okay? Reaching as high as, let's see, again, this isn't exactly, but it's like $5.64 according to this Binance chart that we're looking at here, the Tether pairing here. All right, and that took place on the week of February the 8th, 2021. So it's in a beautiful uptrend. Now, what you're looking at, like if you see these little red, white, and blue lines here, it represents the Fibonacci retracement. It's going to be the 382 with the red line here, and the white line actually represents the 0.618. Okay, that's a pretty popular one for the Fibonacci retracement. And the one that's also popular to me, at least, is going to be the 0.786 on the Fibonacci retracement. Now, the way that I was able to measure this on the scale on this cryptocurrency was I took the lowest point, okay, that I was able to identify on October the 21st, 2019, and then I measured it to the highest point as it was walking up the stairs of this weekly candle here at about February the 17th, 2020, reaching as high as $3.96. And when I did that, I took my fib and I measured it again from the lowest point to the highest point, and that's how I was able to get this little clustered, or these three lines here, the red, white, and blue lines, which again represents the 382. But the only line that we're focusing on as a potential buy-in opportunity is the blue line down here at the 786. So notice this little circled yellow area is where the price, again, it kind of came out back in September, walked up the stairs. It had a recent high, and it came down to find support at the 786. Again, these are weekly candles. I mean, the bias are perfectly just above that 786. Hopefully I can get a zoom in so you can see that. I can't make that up. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. The 786, it found beautiful support at that 786. So the next area that we're going to compare this to is the area here, and I'll just go ahead and circle this area right here, the Fibonacci retracement set up here as a price activity, or the cryptocurrency rather, found support at that yellow line again. And the way that I was able to get the Fibonacci retracement tool on this was to do the same thing. The most recent low right here at approximately March the 9th, 2020 of about 95 cents, and then I measured it to the higher high. That's how I measure the Fibonacci retracement tool. And this took place on August the 10th, 2020. I reached a high of about $4.49. Okay, so of course I took my fib, started from the low, and then I measured it to the high, the numbers that we've already gone over, and I was able to produce the Fibonacci setup right here. And if we zoom in, you'll notice that I'm explaining all this because the 786 is the reason why I'm saying that it could potentially be a interesting buy-in opportunity for those long-term investors. Again, this isn't financial advice, guys. You have to do your research first, okay? I'm assuming you've done that if you're long-term investing, okay? So here we are once again at the 786, and if you can see it there, I mean, there hasn't been a body. It literally just wicked at that level, and it just continued to make higher highs as this TEZOX cryptocurrency has been in a beautiful uptrend, okay? So far, at least. So here we are once again. We're measuring the highest point at about $5.64, and the most recent low that I was able to identify. Let's clean up the chart here a little bit since we've already, hopefully we're all on the same page and pretty clear that, yeah, this looks pretty interesting. The reason that I have my Fibonacci retracement tool set up this way as a potential retracement / buy-in opportunity. That's what I would do in my portfolio over here at this level right here. So again, all I've done was take the most recent low in the price of the cryptocurrency, right? And I measured it from $1.57 right here. That took place in December the 21st, 2020. And then I measured my fib all the way to the highest point here, February the 8th, 2021, that we've already gone over, $5.64. And that's how I was able to produce this setup on the Fibonacci retracement tool. So I guess let's go ahead and go over that, which could have been said like in such a short period of time. But I like to explain the reason how I get my Fibonacci setups and how everything looks, right? So again, we're going from 2 reference points that we've already explained in the past. It's not guaranteed to play out exactly this way. The price could continue the trajectory to the upside since it is in a very beautiful uptrend. But let's just say that the retracement is imminent and it will take place in this market. The 786 is currently sitting at approximately $2.43. Okay, so that would be an area of interest if I were to invest in this cryptocurrency, which I don't think we will. We don't have enough information just yet in terms of the technicals, so we're not invested just yet. But you do have the level that it could potentially go down to. I guess let's go ahead and get a time frame in terms of how much time it could possibly take in order to retrace down to that level. So what I'll do is I'll measure from the retracement level that we've already spoke of, and then the highest point right there, right? So we'll measure that time and see if that has any relevance to it. So that's going to be 119 days, okay, to move up from the lowest point to the highest point. And then we're going to measure from the highest point to the retracement to see how long it took to actually retrace in the market, which is down here. Hopefully you guys are looking at the screen here, okay? I'm saying here and here. So it took about from the top out to the most recent low about 21 days, okay? So let's just see if we can understand. Let's just measure from here. Hopefully this video isn't getting too long. March the 9th, and then let's go ahead and do it from the most recent, or the recent high before the most recent high. That's kind of confusing. August 10, 2020. And we'll do something like that. Took about 154 days, and let's measure the retracement to get an idea of where we are, okay? 133 days. So I guess let's just do this. At some point here in the future, if the market continues to retrace, okay, I think it's safe to assume that the market could take a minimum of about 50 to 100 days to retrace if it's going to continue down. So the 50-day mark or the 56-day mark would take it over to April the 5th, 2021. And then let's measure over 100 days. The markets are moving really fast, so this is like super hypothetical. But I think from the reference points that we've gone over, this has some sort of significance potentially, okay? So 105 days from the most recent high, we're bringing it over to May the 24th, 2021. So you have that time frame as if the market continues to retrace, we could be looking at a $2 at a wick case scenario, $2.43 over the next 50 to 100 days, potentially finding support at that level and continuing the overall trajectory to the upside. So hopefully that was useful, and we'll just kind of close things out here and take a really quick peek at the XTZ and the BTC pairing to see what we have here. So I was only able to locate just one critical level. This appears to be in a very beautiful downtrend. It's just been walking down the stairs. I mean, it had a very nice run back in 2020 in about February. And then ever since then, it's kind of consolidated at the highs and just walking down the stairs. So the one critical level that I'll leave you wonderful folks out with. And again, hopefully this was useful information to you guys. Excuse me. 600, remember, these are Satoshis, okay? It's like pennies in a dollar, Bitcoin's a dollar. 670 Satoshis right here at this white line. That would be the critical level in order to stop this momentum from going to the downside, because it's been a pretty wild ride for anyone who has invested in this cryptocurrency and BTC pairing back in, let's just call it like August 2020. Yeah, you guys are pretty down on your investment. If I could do a really quick measurement from the top there all the way down. Yeah, you're talking over 80% to the downside. Oof, ouch. So that is the one level that I was able to find here on this XTZ BTC pairing, 670 Satoshis, Sats, whichever one you guys use. Well, let's call it like 638, okay, Satoshis. Yeah, let's just put it right there. That's right at that white line. 638 Satoshis. If you see it getting below that level, and it's actually closing a weekly below that level, I think we're up against a weekly close right now, about 2 hours to close. Yeah, so if it's actually below that level within 2 hours, Yeah, it'll probably continue to the downside. So just be aware of that in terms of the technical research and the observation that I have done in this market, which is very brief. And hopefully we'll give you guys an update at some point here in the future, depending on how the price or cryptocurrency plays out. So that's it. Thank you for the requests. Leave an appropriate thumb in a comment to support the channel. That's all we ask. Also, if you knew, before you go, we covered the traditional markets. I'm not sure if you're into stocks, but we cover that 7 days a week. We'd love for you to join us here on this interesting journey as we speculate on prices and things in the market here, okay? So that's it. Take care of yourselves, protect your portfolio, execute your strategies. We're going to talk soon, and bye for now.